little guide to submitting at a hackathon. Now, because the PyWorks hackathon hasn't actually opened up yet, we are going to demo this with another hackathon called Empower Hacks. Now, usually there would be a Start Project button in blue right above that button, but since I've already started a project, it shows up as Manage Projects or Edit Project. But usually when you check that out, there should just be a Start Project button. Now you can go ahead and click that button, pretend I clicked that button, and the first step is managing a team. The second step is creating a project name, so let's just call it name, and then an elevator pitch, which we'll call it pitch for now. Now, you will get to the project story, which is arguably one of the most important parts. It's the written component that we talked about earlier. Now, one important thing to note is that this is formatted in Markdown. So if you would like to add any kinds of links or anything that's formatted, like a code block or bold or italics, you have to pay attention to these tips. And what you also want to make sure you do is that you don't just start writing a response like this, because otherwise the entire selection is going to look like a header, and it's not going to be a very great look for the page. So make sure you start your response here. So for inspiration, for what it does, how we built it, challenges we ran into, accomplishments we're proud of, what we learned, and what's next for name. These are all pretty important subjects, so I'd encourage spending a decent amount of time. I'd say allotting perhaps an hour seems like a good amount of time for these responses. It might be a little overkill, but you really want to make sure that you stand out over here. So once you put in all of your answers, and by the way, if you wanted to figure out which sections are more important, I'd say these sections are important. The inspiration is important, and what it does and how we built it aren't as important as the more abstract questions, since they'll be able to see usually pretty clearly how you built your projects through your demo video or through your try it out links. But the hackathon judges don't know all of the things you learned and all of the things you had to overcome to get here and demo this project. Now here you can choose technologies that you've built with. You can do technologies that Devpost already recognizes, like Python, or you could also add technologies that Replit has never heard of, because it gives you the option to do that. Remember, not all technologies are, recognizable, so it's nice that they give you a chance to try that out. Next, you have your tried out links and your project media. Make sure you upload project media, because that's going to show up as your title and everything. Now over here, we can just grab a YouTube video link. But that is the first part of this walkthrough.